Sunday shop do 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 do. Sunday shop do 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 do. Sunday shop do 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 do. Sunday shop. Hello, hello, and welcome. We have one person here, which is always a bonus, better than none. Yo, 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 Anthony, how you doing, my friend? Hope all is well with you and your lovely lady. She may well be along in a moment. We don't know. Oh, numbers are coming in now. That's good. Right. So, first of all, I hope everyone's had a good week. Everything's gone well. Everyone's happy, had fun, and nothing too bad or stressful's happened. It's been a good week for Sharpe, to be honest. Well, I say a good week. Nothing really bad's happened. Well, I'll say that. Something I can get over anyway. Howdy doody Muppet. Yeah, so, oh no, you have to take back to the airport. Oh, well, at least you got Priscilla hugs. Oh, thank you, little Lisa. Hope you're all well. Oh, notifications coming through again. Yeah, so what's occurred this week in the Sharpe's fish room? Not a huge amount. And Chrissy boy, how you doing, my friend? Congratulations on your numbers on YouTube. You're getting there, all good and good. I guess even I must be slightly more appealing than work. You're welcome, you silverhead fox you. So obviously we had a new batch of plecklets hatched last week. I think I'm going to go with mea culpa because I lost 30 of them. Given combination of circumstances, mainly what's going on in here and me forgetting stuff. I think I may have forgotten to feed them one day, and yeah, so we lost half of that spawn. Sad, but it's not like I'm short of plecos, really, is it? It's just turning around, looking at the best part of another 250. Howdy, Undertaker. Oh, yeah. For some reason, I just do well with bristle noses. Hello, lovely Marriott. Love you and miss you. Yeah, I've just been lucky. I mean, even Dave, who was something I haven't spoken about, teeth in. As you may remember last week, I was saying about, oh, there you go, Brian. How you doing, my friend? And anyone else who wants a kiss. Yeah, so Dave, my oldest female whistle nose, who was in here, had been getting a bit skinny. Well, very skinny. I didn't take any pictures because it was rather upsetting to see. So I thought, what I'm going to do, big hug for little Lisa. That's an e-hug. So I thought, I'm going to try and catch Dave, and I'm going to move her out because maybe she's just not getting the food in there. Maybe she's getting out competed because she's a bit of an old girl now. So I went to catch her, and that was worrying because I put the net in. She didn't move. I thought, well, what I'll do is I'll stick my other hand in and I'll sort of try and steer her into the net. What ended up happening is I just picked her up, popped her in the net, and popped her in top tank. I figured that it's like month-old bristlenose plecklet, you know, pleco fry in there, so there's no one that's going to outcompete her. And thankfully, she's picked up big time this week. She's got a good belly back on her now, so I'm going to leave her in there a little while longer to get some condition back, shall we say. But yeah, she's doing much better now. The bristlenoses, the killifish are doing well. I say everyone else is doing well. We've had more. We've had several more droppings of shrimplets in the little 20-litre tank. Probably about 300 of them in there now. Yeah, I know. It's not done bad, because in like less than a year ago there was 6 left in there. And other than that, I have been buying some things, not a lot. And I got, as I was talking about last week, sticker up, turn the camera slightly. Fishman Aquatics, he might turn up, don't know. They sent me some samples out. Now these are cloverleaf foods, which I think are new to the UK. I'll say they're literally just little sample baggies of the pellets. We have the Absolute Mini Beast, which is specifically for spaz, but we know what happens when you put food into a community tank. Everyone eats it. We have Absolute Cichlid Growth American for the happy carers. Again, we know what happens when you put food in a community tank. And Absolute African Cichlid Colour for the cribs. But again, as you can see, I've not exactly emptied the bags, but so far all 3 have gone down well. I've not had any issues with murky water or anything. All the fishes are eating them. Various, what's that, the acaras are, spazes, the cribs are, the plecklets are, the cribs, everyone's quite happily tucking into them, so I'm not going to complain about that. I will do a video, but I will wait for Reese over at Fishman to actually do his video first. And I bought some more algae wafers. Yeah, when you got as many plecos as, yeah, you get through algae wafers by the kilo. Bend, stretch. And today, myself and Mary went on a bit of a trip because I was getting a bit stir crazy. I needed to go out somewhere, really. The last 5-6 weeks, other than a couple of little shopping trips in town to the local Sainsbury's, which is like a 2-minute walk, all I've been is at home or at work, and I just needed to get out of Attleborough basically and decompress. So we went up to the Norfolk Aviation Museum, something like that, up at Horsham St Bates. My teeth are falling out again. From there, on the way back, we went to Taverham Garden Centre. So I had a look around there. Very impressed with their fishy sections. Good selection of fish, tropical, cold, marine. And I haven't got room for fish at the moment, but I did get some more foams and poly pads for the U4 in there. And something I started doing for myself, hopefully is a bit of a little business kind of thing, make a little bit of money, making spawning mops. Easy enough to do. It's one of those things where I think people are lazy and are more likely to just buy one than they are to buy the stuff and make it. So just a case of persuading local fish shops that's the case. We have a question. Is flake food okay for fry? Guppy fry, yeah, I'll eat anything. as long as they can get their cubs around it. So yeah, crushed flake is fine. Eggs good. Baby brine if you've got a brine shrimp hatchery. And if you've got a big old hunk of moss, just dump that in there. They'll feed off of what lives on the moss. It won't take them long before they start progressing to bigger foods. Although the thing with guppies around here is, yeah, there used to be like 50 of them in that tank. And now the smallest fish in there are clown loaches, because Spaz has eaten everything else. Yeah, so literally in there now is just 3 acaras, Spaz, a bristlenose, and 2 clown loaches. Yes, Spazzy boy, we're talking about you. Yes. You've been munching all your tank mates again, haven't you? I think he's pretty much fully grown now, so he's not far off. So, yes. If I'm going to get anything new in there, it's got to be bigger. Yes. Guppies is guppies. I mean, I've had it where, when I first started this tank up, I bought myself some guppies to go in it. Put them in there on the Thursday afternoon. By Saturday morning, I had fry. So, yeah, I think guppies tend to be able to look after them. The biggest problem with guppies is them getting eaten. You've got 3 tanks. Woohoo! I've got 14 up and running at the moment. I'm sure there's probably someone in chat with, well, I know there are people in chat with way more than that. Yeah, I'm sad about the bristlenosies, but yeah, they do prefer a good mature tank with plenty of. This is the thing, is they don't like a clean tank, as it were, how we would see it as a clean tank. They like a bit of muck and mold, and as long as they got some wood and you chuck them an algae wafer in every day, that's pretty much all I worry about. Heck, I'm breeding them in a 15 gallon, so yeah. Yeah, they're fairly bomb proof. They are quite susceptible to nitrite more than anything. I've had big ammonia spikes in some of the fry tanks before, and one of the fry tubs in particular, it was off the scale on the test kit on the ammonia levels, but didn't lose any of them. It was only when it started turning to nitrite I started having issues. It's not dark. I'm going to put this light on because light's doing weird stuff. Excuse me. But yeah, also, it can just depend on where you get your bristlenoses from. If you can find some that are locally bred, they'll be more used to your water parameters, so that's always a bonus. I was talking to one of the fish guys up at Taveram today, and he was saying, yeah, he would rather buy locally bred fish because they just do better. To be fair, Pets at Home, they probably just buy in a bag, and it'll be a bag of males, a bag of females. They don't even check them, I wouldn't think. So it's like, oh yeah, this bag says male guppies, we'll dump it in the male guppy tank. This one says females, we'll dump it in the female tank. And that's probably about as far as they get. I know when I've been in there in the past and wanted a pair of something, I've had to go, yeah, that one with the pink belly, yeah, that one without the pink belly. Or, to point out the difference between the male and the female to the person trying to catch them. But yeah, so as a result of the conversation I was having at Taveram, as I don't know how the laws are in different countries, you certainly can, Lisa. I mean, no naughty ones. Well, actually, yeah, you can send them. I don't mind. Other people do. Oh, my phone's pinging at me now, so that might be me. But yeah, if it kind of looks like me with shades and a bit of a mohawky thing going on, fishies. Fishies are cool. Some of the things I get sent to me over Messenger, and I don't just mean by Marriott. That's probably as a result of spending far too much time with reprobates that build plastic model kits. Yeah, so because of the way the rules are, or laws, whichever, local bylaws, let's call it that. Hello, Maple Street. Oh yeah, cute woofers. I'm always up for cute woofers. Yes, I know you're a good girl, Marriott. Sometimes. Yeah, because of the way local bylaws work. In the UK, we divided it into counties, and then each county is subdivided into little areas, regions, or whatever. So, for example, I'm in Breckland, and the Breckland District Council laws are different to other district councils. So, which means I can sell fish to a fish shop in Breckland, no problem. But I can't sell to others in different areas because I'm not a registered pet shop or supplier. So I'm going to look into getting that registration from the council. So then hopefully, I'll be able to sell my fish myself legally, and I'll be able to supply other shops as well for cash rather than store credit, which always sucks. So yes, that's what I'm going to be looking into this week. See if Sharpe can become a registered pet shop. It does involve an inspection from the local council, which I think I'll be able to pass on animal welfare for fish. I mean, we can all see my fish are happy and healthy. Oh, pardon me. To be fair, whoever it is probably doesn't know anything about fish either. So just the fact that they're breeding is probably enough. So there's that, which is always good. Extra income stream, as it were. The more income streams we can get, the less work we have to do. Well, the more work we can do that's fun. To be honest, I'd rather do some water changes than serve customers. If it made the same amount of money, I'd quite happily do water changes all day long. Oh, what else? Did anything else happen this week? Probably nothing that's come to mind. Work has been fairly uneventful because I'm still only on short hours. Nothing else fishy-wise happening. So this is where it goes. Is I get started, I run through everything I've got to say, and then I run out of things to talk about. I have filmed the first Norfolk Ghost Story video. Yeah, we'll see how it does. Yeah, so I think it's quite semi-interesting at least. So we'll stick it up and see what happens. Usual Sharpie one take, no script, make it up as you go jobby. Yes, I am definitely the how not to be a YouTuber. Yes, my fish tank, really struggling with my teeth now. Hello, my fish tanks aquatics. Yeah, my phone's pinging away, Lisa, so that probably is. Either that or some random person with the same name is getting pictures of fishies and doggies. I'm sure no one would complain about getting fishies or doggy pictures. Well, unless someone's scared of fish and dogs. Yeah. Yeah, some people are scared of fish. I'm not, obviously. Yeah, the only other thing I've had happen, obviously, when I do the water changes on this tank, Spaz always gets a fuss. Spaz likes his strokes. I know, slime coat, blah, 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 but just gentle strokies. He quite enjoys them. And I also managed to give Donkey a fuss as well. Donkey, the Akara that keeps bashing his head on things, probably slightly brain damaged. Yeah, so I was, hey Big J, how you doing? So I was giving Donkey a little fuss as well. And Donkey's kind of got a personality a bit like Sparky the cat. Likes a fuss until they decide they've had enough fuss, then they turn around and bite you. Yes, I got bitten by an electric blue Akara. Yes, you know it was you, don't you? Yes. You're just telling me you had enough. I know you weren't being nasty. You're having a big poop on camera as well again, are you, Bertie? Good girl. Yeah, just out of camera shot. Just hidden behind the top of the chair is a big pile of Pleco poop. So that is the other thing we're keeping Plecos, is the sheer amount of poop they produce on a daily basis. It's pretty much food goes in one end and then comes out the other end constantly. It's good for the plants. Lets you know your filters are working as well. You do need to clean them out regularly, at least weekly on these things. Do they even digest? Yeah, just about. And it goes in green and it comes out brown, so something happens in there. Only in Bertie's case, she does like to sleep head down sometimes, so she will literally poop straight into her own mouth and then eat it. Hi Robert, how you doing? But Bertie's always been a weird one. Now you put a bit of cucumber or courgette in there, and she gets upside down and buries herself underneath it and eats it from the bottom up, rather than just flop on top of it like any other Pleco would. She roots her way underneath it. Nom, 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 nom. It's kind of funny. And she does sometimes decide to sleep on her back as well, which scares me. You look in the tank and there's your Pleco just laying on its back going, you're sort of like, uh-oh, yeah, real close look. Oh no, she's breathing, she's okay. Yeah, so there we are. I think that is about all that's occurred in Sharpe's world this week, other than epic floofy snoozes. Yeah, they do. Most fish do. Oh dear. Ooh. I've obviously not smoked enough today. Yeah. They poop, they turn around, they try and eat it. I go, oh, food. Some fish aren't the brightest. Some fish are quite smart. Guppies are as dumb as hell. They're the only fish I've ever kept that when you're trying to catch something else out of the tank, the guppies are a nightmare because they keep swimming into the bloody net. You know, they're just inquisitive. So it's like, oh, there might be food in there. Trying to catch one thing and you end up catching a dozen guppies instead. And oh, okay, bloody things. Yeah, weird creatures. So we've had thundery weather this week, so my shoulder and ankle have been aching. Yeah, human barometer. But because of the yeah, they will do a little until they figure out who's in charge, Lisa. And if you're going to add females, ideally at least 2 females per male, because guppies do get rather rapey, and they will constantly chase the females about, trying to get their end away. Whatever is it? Peduncle? Is it peduncle? Something like that. Guppy Willy, as it were. So they're just figuring out who's in charge, and with guppies not being the brightest, they'd probably forget 5 minutes later who's in charge. So just keep an eye on their tails. As long as they aren't chewing each other's tails to bits, you'll be all right. Yeah, as I was saying, because of the electrical storms, as it were, the thunderstorms, yeah, they are just a massive sex party. Yeah, pretty much. It's like when people post, "Is my guppy pregnant?" You don't even bother looking at the picture. You just type yes. Is my female guppy pregnant? Yes. If it's ever been anywhere near a male guppy, it's pregnant. I think some of them are born pregnant, to be honest. Well, yeah, so with the electrical activity, thunderstorms and whatever. So we've had 2 or 3 days this week. We've had storms. So the electrical activity has been higher. So there's been plenty of floofing going on this week. This one's been very snuggly. He was cooking my knees yesterday. He was snuggled between me and Mary today. And the shadow person has been wandering about as well. Don't bother me, but some reason some people are scared of these things. Yeah, doggos do hate the thunder. I mean, Zach, bless him, he's a weird cat to start with. He would sit outside on the shed roof in the snow, just because he was sitting there first, and then it decided to snow. He's not going to move just because it's snowy. Evening, Danny boy, wee man. Yeah, I mean, especially in the heat of summer, I will grab my fishing chair, not this one, because the fishing chair has an attachment on it, so I can attach my fishing brolly, and it's got a side table on it, so I can have something to put a drink and an ashtray. And I just sit out in the back garden and listen and watch and cool down. And Zach would be, he's sensible. He didn't like getting rained on, not with that much fur anyway. So he'd come and sit under the brolly, and we'd both sit there watching the thunderstorms. But this week, he came running under the duvet with me. So I was having a nap. I woke up hearing the thunder. I was like, cool, thunderstorm. Next thing I know, I feel a cat getting in under the duvet where there isn't a cat. So, yay. Go on, Lisa, hit us with the question. As long as you're not getting down on one knee, that's okay. As me and Dan are both taken. Just be glad you haven't got the dog that we had when we lived in Wales. You go up on the roof on the ladder and the dog would pick the ladder up and run away with it. Yeah, that kind of dog. 10 minnows, mix of golds and the darker types. I don't have minnows. They're a cool water species, so house room temperature should be fine for them. You shouldn't need heaters. Would be what I would say, because I always see them in the cold water section. Yeah, well, doesn't stop some people. Although will we tell the difference height-wise if you're on one knee? Now, yeah, as Mary says, don't need a heater. I probably would in the winter in my house, but that's just because I like the cold. Doesn't bother me if it's 10 degrees indoors. I'll just actually stick some clothes on. Can minnows intermingle with tropical? I mean, I would think possible, but you'd be at the top end of the minnows heat range and the bottom end of the tropical heat range. I mean, if you wanted to put something with the minnows, variatus platies would be pretty good. Xiphophorus variatus. If you go to the pets at home, they're the platies that are in the tank near where the white clouds are, rather than the ones the other side of the fish section, which are in the same area as the guppies and what have you. But yeah, variatus, whichever you want to call it. They'll go. I would think they'll go well because platies aren't necessarily chasey, bitey. They're fairly chilled fish. They'll breed like rabbits. Actually, no, that's a lie. They breed like guppies, basically. They were the first fish I actually bred, platies. Although not the cold water version, the warm water versions, because we had Mummy and Daddy Platy, and they produced. I think they ended up selling off about 100 of them. And Mummy Platy had a breech birth. Seems to happen quite a bit with me with platies, breech births. Yeah, I'll say 24, 25 degrees. Yeah, this is the upper limit. So, yeah. Be like putting me in a hot country. Yeah, so I mean, yes, guppies might be okay at 25. Although the way guppies are so inbred these days, they're getting more and more fragile. Yeah, just purely for the temps, I'd keep them separate. Also, oh, that's a point. If I remember rightly, Wales is fairly soft water. Yeah, also you won't get any fry of either of them, because the guppies and the white clouds will both eat their own fry quite happily. And obviously the guppies will quite happily eat the white cloud fry as well. Although, I mean, 10 gallon, if you stuck a couple of apistos in there with the guppies, that provides the apistos with free live food. Especially if you've got softer water. If you've got harder water, a pair of cribs. Then you'd have baby cribs or baby apistos. Yes, you're on the hard water area. Because I was up in the Black Mountain, and that was, I mean, the water used to come out the tap red most days because the amount of iron in it. Yeah, it was. Yeah. So as Dan said, he tried it for a bit. Okay for a little bit, but after a while, yeah. I mean, it's like if we were to put, definitely don't condone it, don't do it. I mean, plenty of people do it. You know, if in the UK, in the heat of summer, middle of summer, I wouldn't, but dump your tropical fish in the local lake and they'd survive in the middle of summer. As soon as the water temperatures start dropping for winter, they'll all die. Which is why we don't have a problem in the UK with invasive species of fish. They might get put in. I mean, you're more than welcome. Because I know of people who have caught an Oscar in a river locally on rod and line. And it must have only been in there a short while, because it certainly wouldn't survive a winter. But yeah, it's obviously in warmer climes, it's a bit more of a problem, especially places like Florida where you've got the fish farms, and then you get a hurricane come through which floods everything, and they all escape, and you end up with millions upon millions of plecos swimming around in the local river systems. Exactly, Dan. We're all here to help each other. I mean, there might not be that many of us here, but chances are one of us will know the answer to a question. Or if we don't, we'll be able to figure it out between us. Yeah. Much like me being very glad I didn't buy that red snakehead the other week. Because it turns out the red snakehead is just a baby giant snakehead. Yeah. So I did luck out with Spazzy Boy because he's like the smallest species of Bishir that you can get. The only silly question is the one you don't ask. And I did actually have an idea for some new fish for here. Going with Spaz and Yucaras. What do you reckon of some swordtails? It's a trio or a pair. Good chunky swordtails, if I can get some adult sized ones. If anything platy size or smaller is just going to get eaten. So the thing to remember, Lisa, I mean, I've not even been keeping fish for 3 years. Now, I'm a noob. I learn something new, if not every day, about fish keeping every week. Yeah, I mean, I'm really good at stupid answers. I mean, if someone does ask me a dumb question, then a proper dumb question, then they'll get a dumb answer. But something legitimate, then. Yeah, I've seen Chewy about. He's changed his name to Lunatic Fringe. I've seen him a couple of times. It hasn't been about a huge amount. Mind you, neither of Joseph and Amber. So still keep meaning, oh yeah, send them a message, see, check they're okay. But yeah, no, fish are cool. Oh, have you been seeing Lunatic Fringe all over the place, Dan, and not realised that's Chewy? Yeah, yeah, Chewy changed his name. Yeah, I can't keep up. So, you know, I mean, if you're someone that I should know, but I call you by your channel name rather than your actual name, it's just because I've got a really bad memory for names. Literally, I forget my own sometimes, and current medications aren't helping that issue. Yes, hello, wood pigeons. Yeah, no fish are cool. Oh, look at that! Speak of the angel. Oh, Amber, I've just been talking about you. How I've not seen or heard from you in months. I was going to send you a message. Oh, sending all the love and hugs back. And to floofers. Oh, sending fusses and belly rubs and treats and hugs and luffs for the floofers. And a hug for Joseph as well. Yeah. It's an age thing, Dan. The older you get, the worse your memory gets. Exactly. You know, you're always welcome. We love you, Amber. Just remember, careful of your camera angles. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm sure Dan won't complain about the camera angles either, but purely for your benefit. For those who don't know, Amber accidentally almost flashed everyone on a live stream once. Yeah. There were many straining zippers that day, I tell you. But if you got it, flaunt it. That's what I say. If I looked good in a vest, I'd wear one. Took photos the other day. Oh, well, glad they're looking up for you. I mean, I'm on the mend as well, so you know, you can always have a natter or a chat or a hug. For me, it's just been that's been causing me problems lately. But we're getting there. Lots of medication, counselling, cognitive behavioural therapy, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. I mean, you know, you're well loved. I'm sure everyone, pretty much everyone here, would be more than happy to just gather around you and just give you a great big group hug. Hey, don't be embarrassed. Right, Amber? You're gorgeous. You ain't got nothing to be embarrassed about. I mean, if someone saw down my cleavage, that would be different. No, that's not good look. Cleavage should not be furry or on a man. Yeah, as I say, I've had to reshoot whole video because I realised that yeah, I filmed the whole video in just my boxers. And it's a good job I watched my videos back, because otherwise I would have been posting a video basically with me mostly naked. And they weren't the boxers with the nice buttons that stayed done up either. No wonder the fish were so excited. They probably thought they were getting worms. Yeah, keep the camera away till after dark and leave the lens cover on. That helps. I have fungus sweep through. Oh no. Yeah, that's so sad, Amber. But yeah, don't let it get you down. I say, you know what happened. You fixed the problem. You sorted it. And with your knowledge and experience, putting it in a video will help other people. And there you go. Loads of betters ready to sell. There you are. Look on the positives. Look on the upsides. Yeah, as I lost my pistos on the same day. No sign of any illness. I lost 30 odd bristlenose fry this week because I forgot to feed them. Again, medication. But hey, these things happen. It's sad, sometimes horrifying. But yeah, I ain't got. I do have a 6-pack. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, and if you're counting the rolls or the chins, then yeah, I've got 6. If anything, I've got a 2-pack. 1 roll, 2nd roll. Although I have lost a stone recently, accidentally. The upside of depression, you don't eat. The upside of anxiety, your heart beats at double the rate, and you burn a lot more calories. Hey, Amy, you know you've got the support of the fish fam. We're all here, we all love you. And Joseph, much as we hate to admit it. If you've got floofers, we do need to see your floofers. Because I know Zach misses you as well. Because he used to love watching your videos. He would sit there with me, glued to the TV, as would Norman. Bless him. So yeah. No tears, Amber, but we all love you. And you don't have to be all posh and edity, and my videos get views with this behind the camera. You're fine. Just hit record and point the camera at the tank and start talking. That's all you need to do. Just remember, something high-necked and dark, and no short shorts. Otherwise you be giving the boys a hard time. Oh God. I'll grab my phone and have a check for you, Lisa. See, we don't want people having anxiety attacks. Blow the dust off my phone. Oh, before I unlock it, is my other little floofy friend, Tony the bunny. Oh, come on, you dumb machine. Work. Doobie-doobie-doo. Oh, we have messenger message. That. Message requests. Okay. Oh. Right, let's have a quick look at the baby guppies. That looks like 2 boys in the first one. That looks like 2 boys. You might have just got some fry in the bag. But very pretty tanks. Oh, I do like the one, the driftwood rock and the glass jar with the pebbles in it. And then Lisa's woofer. definitely sending fussies. Let me see if I can find a suitable picture to send back. There we go. That will do. No, it's not. It's not a rude one. Yeah, I say real plants. I mean, depending on the plant, but crypticorns are easy. You just stick them in and leave them, and they kind of grow. As you can see, Anubias as well, just super glue it to a rock and leave it. Jesus, size of some of my Anubias. When it gets like nearly 3 years old. Oh, Marritt's going to play darts with the kid. Are you going to throw the darts at the kid, or are you going to throw the kid at the dartboard? Oh, I'm getting beeped at again. Oh, more beepage. Yeah, Tony is a very cute bunny. He's a total character as well. Right. As I said, I don't complain about messages, especially if they're pretty fishies or cute little woofers. Compared to some of the messages I get sent from some of my friends. Saw this and thought of you as someone getting murdered with an axe. Yeah, that kind of thing. Or the classic video, something like it might be start out looking at a fish, then all of a sudden you just get the hardcore pornography kick in. Yeah, Java Fern, Anubias, or Crypt. Yeah. I say if you get I say she got pets at home close by. So most of the Tropica ones, but I say if you go for one of the Tropica crypticorns, or crypticorines, or however you want to call it, the ones that come in the pots in the little seal pack. Pardon me. Yeah, they're fine. That's all that's in there basically. And some dwarf Sagittaria, which isn't exactly that dwarf. Well, it is because it's getting out competed for food now by the crypts. Yeah, I say Java Fern or Anubias, just glue it to a piece of wood or a rock. And the crypts, just bury them in the substrate up to the top of the root ball. If you're not sure quite how deep, then just stick a plant weight on it and fudge it down there a bit, and it will stay there. And especially with guppies and white clouds, they're not going to dig anything up. Anubias and Java Fern, yeah, you don't want to bury the roots on those. As I say, just literally super glue them to a piece of decor. That thing covered in the black beard algae, which you can't really see, that is an Anubias. That's an Anubias nana. I'm not worried about the black beard algae because that strange creature there eats it. Hey, clowny loach. Growing surprisingly quickly. Yeah, crypts, just stick them in and leave them. Once they're established, you can pull them out and move them about. they'll send off runner roots under the surface, and you'll get another random plant pop up to just break or cut the runner near to the baby and replant it where you want it. Because that one over there is now growing over there. I've not seen the result yet, Dan. Is it a woohoo or so? I've been suffering with depression, so I've been trying not to look at football results. Not ruin it. Yeah, it's one of those. No, I'm not going to like stay up and watch match of the day. I'll be asleep well before that comes on. So if you want to do a spoiler, you can. I forget the last time I actually watched match of the day. Years ago. What I realised was happening was I was staying up for match of the day, then falling asleep about 5 minutes into it, and then waking up in the middle of some weird black and white movie at about 1 o'clock in the morning, wondering what the hell happened. Then having to watch the repeat in the morning. So yeah. Nowadays I just go to bed if I remember. But I've not actually watched TV for years. Yeah, we were all there, Lisa. We were all there. I mean, to an extent, I still am. I still do fishing cycles. I've not done a fishless cycle anywhere. Beat Leicester 4-2 and Kasper Schmeichel scored an own goal. That's a bonus. It's always good when the opposing team starts scoring for you. It takes a lot of the pressure off. You'd army, and demonetized. Yep, I am. Yeah, you'd army. I'm a professional pessimist. I mean, reasoning being is I'm originally from Bishop Stortford in Hertfordshire, and the old back then in the early 80s, the Spurs training ground was literally a couple of miles down the road, so we'd get on our bikes and go down to the Spurs training ground to watch, sometimes have a bit of a kick about. So it kind of stayed. He's not. His dad's going to be ripping the Mickey out of him tonight, though. Dad's an armchair Arsenal fan. Yeah, I'm an armchair Spurs fan these days. I don't follow it closely. Probably the only reason I haven't been fired yet is because the boss is a Spurs fan. He's more the stereotypical Spurs fan, though. Big nose, tight with money, rich. I can make that joke because I am a Spurs fan. It doesn't make it racist. Yeah, well, someone's got to be a gooner. That's the thing. Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I haven't got a big nose, certainly. That tiny little thing. Make sure it's back in the middle again. There we go. So I'm not tight with money. I just don't like wasting it. I haven't got a problem with going out and buying things, but I'll research into it and I'll save up for things and that kind of stuff. all fish tank related. Even then with the fish tanks, I keep to a budget. I save up for things. Oh, it's like me and Dan have been joking for probably a year now about getting a Megaflex. Yeah, I could just go out and get one if I wanted one. That's not a problem. I've got the money there. But I don't want to just go out and get something because I can. I buy things because I really want them or I need them, not because I want them. Half a Megaflex each. Well, I mean, would it be taking the mickey if I got a Megaflex stand and just put my two 15-gallon flexes on it? Just right side by side and scape them the same. Put the same fish in each tank. That'd probably confuse a few people, wouldn't it? It's one half with shell dwellers and the other half breeding bristlenoses. Dream is a very nice 6-foot tank on a stand, heavily planted with little nano fish. Yeah, that would be cool. I mean, I'll say that's one of those things. If I got a really big tank, would I go for really big fish or would I go for lots and lots of little ones? Would I take the mickey and just put one better in it? Probably for a laugh, just for a joke to start with. It's one of those things. Is nowadays, yes, I buy fish that are pretty and that I like and that are suitable for my water or blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff. But I also buy like pairs or small groups in the hope that I get males and females so I can get them to breed. I mean, we do just have a single solitary male crib in the other flex at the moment, but given the issues I'm having trying to move on the 100 odd, was it 140 something cribs I've got at the moment, yeah, I'm not putting another female in with him. I'm never, I mean, the fry are breeding in that tank, but there's that many cribs in there that they all get eaten, so it's not a problem. And if the fry don't get eaten, then I'll say there's 50 odd bristle noses in there that'll quite happily eat all the eggs. So yeah, always something happening with nanos. Yeah, always something cool to watch. So that is the thing. I mean, the Icaras don't necessarily do a huge amount, but they are very pretty. And Spaz does spend most of his time hiding up, but when he does come out, he is awesome. So yeah, that's why I was thinking maybe get some large sword tails to put in there because they would be zooming about round and about. I mean, fully grown sword tails are that kind of size, so they're not going to get eaten. Yeah, it's one of those. I don't know what I'd do. Would I, if I had a big tank, would I put like bigger fish in it? But then, if they breed, you then got the problem of trying to. Well, I say you got the 10-gallon, you got hard water. If you want babies, you can put a pair of cribs in there. Just stick a coconut hut in there, and you'll get baby cribs. Mr. Bob of Kayla's Aquatics and Reptiles. Yeah, hopefully you can raise the 3 fry and you'll get 7 guppies, and maybe one of them will be a female. And then you'll get 700 guppies. Yeah, smaller fish. I'll have lots of little ones and 1 or 2 huge ones. Yeah, I mean, much as seeing the monster cichlids is awesome and cool, if I had a 6-foot tank but I could only keep 2 fish in it, kind of, that's not for me. I don't know, if I had a 6-foot tank, what would I have? There would be some bristle noses, depending on the water. If I could get the water softer, either a group of pistos or the like, a small cichlid, and something that's going to swim around mid-water, fairly small, and something chunky and friendly that's not going to eat everyone. So not another Bashir. I was looking at some fish today, though. I had to say no, because I to go into here, but I haven't got any QT tanks set up at the moment, so I wouldn't fire in the hole. Yes, there were some Synodontis petricola that looked very cool. Some very nice looking, Taveram Garden Centre is very nice. The other garden centre, well-known garden centre I went to, Highway, that was shocking. But yeah, all the fish were good, happy, healthy, sensibly laid out. There weren't any lewd. Well, there was a couple of the ornate biches in. Yeah, neon tetras, although probably better off with cardinals because neons do suffer from the neon tetra disease, a bit like gouramis, so they do tend to die off. Hello, little Cheryl. How are you, my dear? Yeah, garden centres are dangerous. Yes. This is the thing where I'm good. I'm not. We managed to go through the garden centre, or we managed to go through the aviation museum without me spending any money. Would have liked to have spent a penny, but the toilets were shut. So we went to the garden centre, went around all that, and literally all I bought was just because I happened to see them, I knew I needed some, was the pads for the fluval filter. Pads and sponges, because you can keep clean them out, but eventually they get ropey and fall apart. Yeah, well, you're here, Cheryl, that's what matters. You brightened my Sunday that little bit more. Actually, while I remember, Dan, have you got the link for Fishman Aquatics still? If you be. Yeah, we got lots of garden centres around here. And so what we got, I mean, easily within an hour, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's at least 6, and we've got what is universally acknowledged as the world's best rose producer, literally a mile down the road. Peter Beale's Roses. Oh, bless you, Cheryl. I'll say it's do you good to get out before you do just literally get stuck at home and not having a go or taking the mickey. We do get stuck at home and it becomes you get scared to go out. So obviously take the sensible safety precautions and you'll be okay. So Reese over at Fishman Aquatics, he's based in Oldham. I took a look at their website. They got some very nice stock in there, some very nice fishies and stuff, and they sell sponge filters. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I know about sleep issues. Yes. Yeah, this is it. It's like you've been locked in for so long, Cheryl, that going outside starts getting scary. Ain't right, Bob. Thank you much, Bob, for watching Fishman. I'm hoping you found out from me, and knowing you, you probably were already subscribed. It's only trained 2 years ago by myself. Yeah, well, I'll say Mary's daughter Nadine. I keep wanting to say stepdaughter, but it's not. She went to. She's brave. She pushes herself a lot. And she went to Cambridge on the train the other week, but on the way, was it on the way back or the way there? She missed a stop. Yeah, she on the way there, she missed her stop and ended up going a bit further than she wanted to. Bit of a panic, but she got herself sorted out. Yeah, I'd say it's yeah, following him for a couple of years. I figured as much, Bob. Your subscription list is probably about 8 miles long of just every fishy channel on the planet. Yeah, I mean that's one reason I went back to work as soon as I did. Cheryl is, I'm still on short hours because I knew the longer I left it, the harder it would be. So yeah, I know it will give you anxieties and all those kind of things as Marriott in the same boat. But I mean, I'm not saying push yourself, do things bad and make yourself worse, but don't make yourself worse by not doing anything. It has become a thing now with the lockdown and people locking themselves up, as it were, that some people are now scared to go out. So they've been at home for a year. Thankfully, I've never really been that much of a fan of going out, but having cried and watching Steve. Yeah. Miss work routine, not work since 24. You're not a lost cause. It just you can get back if I. Admittedly, it's a fairly short-termish thing for me, but if I can do it, you can. With the help of the Fish Fam as well, the Fish Fam's psychological support group. Or if you wanted more apt name, the Fish Fam Nutter Club. I say you might be surprised, you might not be, how many people in this hobby. I know for a fact in modelling as well, the amount of people who do have psychological problems. Yeah, find a safe place outside. Yeah. Marriott has to get a hot chocolate from Starbucks. Yeah, you're not a lost cause, Lisa. Nor are you, Cheryl. You get there. Small steps and recognizing the problem and then taking small steps to address it. And if you want, I would also recommend NHS Wellbeing. Just literally just type that into Google and get in contact. Yeah, I say I don't judge. I don't judge people, and I judge people by how they are with me. Yeah. Wishing you Fish Fam. Nearest group is Preston. Sunday mornings. Yeah, and Sunday mornings will be a nightmare on public transport. Don't think there is any around here. Yeah. Say. I mean, this is it. I mean, I think in the UK, I think mainly it's just me and Graham at Aquarium Adventures that do live streams. Um, if anyone knows of anyone else who does a regular live stream, please let me know. Because no, while global fish fam is awesome and wonderful, it would be nice to have that niche of the UK fish fam or the European fish fam or whichever. No, I mean there is. I'm guessing Dan's probably a member. There is the UK Fish Tubers group on YouTube. If you're not in it, Dan, I'll try and figure out how to send you an invite or whatever. Because I put the post on there the other day asking if anyone else did live streams. You're a mod everywhere, Bob. But yeah, Graham's a good guy as well. It's another fun live stream. It's not serious, and you know, it's not. We must just talk about fish. If you want to talk about pot noodle sandwiches, go for it. You know, have a laugh, have fun. Yeah, it's. Let me stick it in. I think Graham streams at 9 o'clock on a Friday, which annoyingly is when I'm at work, usually. That is Graham's channel name. Me being me, I ain't got a clue how to do the linky thing. It involves clicking buttons, and I'm scared of clicking buttons. I don't want to go doing a Pam. Accidentally click the wrong button. Yeah, I'll say that Pets at Home tank review is getting on for it's nearly 10,000 views now, so that's gone well. Yeah. Aquarium, that's the Aquarium Adventures, so that's yeah, Graham Kerr's channel and business. He does sell fish. UK Fish Tubers is a Facebook group, Cheryl. But as I say, there we go. Bob's got the linky poo as well. For Graham's channel. You go over there. Tell Graham I sent you. Hey, he might give me a shout out. You never know. I'll say he sometimes pops in here as well. He's a bit bored on a Sunday evening. Yeah, I'll say if anyone knows of any other UK live stream fish peoples, then yeah. As much as I love the American ones and Bob and Pam and how many other people, there's that time difference that is the problem, and they're either that bit late or that bit too early. So much as us Brits would love to take part, depending on our working hours and what have you, sometimes we might either be fast asleep, just about to go to sleep, or just about to go to work. Oh, bless you, Mara, the only stream you watch. Or you must have really bad taste. You got Pam on tonight. Well, I'll say if I can stay awake long enough, Bob, I shall tune in. But if not, I shall catch the replay as always. I mean, I'll catch the replay. Whether I'll fall asleep or not is another matter. I can't guarantee anything on that front, because you do have a very soothing voice. Exactly. More shares is more good. And so I don't know why more UK-based fish tubers don't do live streams. You know, I mean, you don't have to be nuts like me and go for 2 hours, or have to be all up and energetic and lively. You can just sit and chill and have a chat with people, make new friends. You know, all the good stuff. We won't always open up Wednesday. Good. I mean, things opened up this week here, but we had a slight issue last night in town. Someone managed to cause a 5-car pile up outside the chip shop and basically shut the whole town centre down, which is a problem because the A11 was shut for resurfacing and all the traffic was coming through town. So they had to figure out another diversion to go a different way around. While the police and everyone had. I just have a chill. Don't take these things too seriously. What question would I ask Pam? Which animal has the cutest butt? That will be it. There's a bit of an in-joke. Pam is an artist, and if you watch, is it Punchy Paints now still, Bob? I can never remember these things. But yeah, as I say, she's an exceptionally talented artist, and she likes drawing animals' butts. Which animal has the cutest butt? Yeah, exactly. There we go. And she'll know that question's from me, no doubt, as well. Questions will be asked. Now, I'm open. You can ask me anything. What's the worst I can say is, yeah, I'm not answering that on legal grounds. That's a piece of poop. That's 3 of you tried to eat it now and spat it out. Oh, God. Yeah, also, Dad know too many people in the house, and by the time they all got to sleep, yeah. So I'm lucky, live on my own. My neighbours know I'm weird, so the fact that they can probably hear me just talking to myself for a couple of hours every Sunday, it's nothing new. Doesn't surprise them. I think they know I've got a YouTube channel. I mean, heck, they hear me talking to the ghost of their cat fairly regularly, so, you know, can't be that bad. I mean, you know, some people would have thought I'd like stolen their cat or something, but no. Zach just decided, and yeah, I didn't do anything. It's not like I was trying to bribe him in with food or anything. He just decided I was his pet human. The only person allowed to pick him up and give him a cuddle. The only person he would go to sleep on. The only person whose face he would fart into quite happily. The only person he ever bought a half-dead rat at 3 o'clock in the morning. Bless him. You know, I don't know whether it's a British thing in that we're that more staid, or I don't know, embarrassed, nervous about being in front of a camera. It doesn't bother me. I've done it enough. Neighbours saw you for the first time on Friday. Well, lucky neighbours, they got to see you. And so I've had the same neighbours now for probably nearly 20 years. So we get on well. We were actually talking about putting a hole in the fence so the dog could come through and run around my garden as well. Bless little Pippa, she's lovely. But then I'd have to be careful about leaving the door open because otherwise I'll be waking up with the dog sleeping on me. Put bins. Oh yeah. I don't put my bins out. They live out permanently. So I've got off-street parking, so they just sit on my parking bay. I'll fill them up, and then I come along and empty them. Now usually I keep forgetting the bloody garden waste bin, and other people keep putting their garden waste in it. So when I go to cut my grass or do something, ooh, so you got wet. Don't give me those thoughts, Lisa. But then I've been known to sort of go out to the bin or whatever in my boxers. So boxers and slippers, wandering over there at silly o'clock in the morning, thinking, well, I hope everyone else is still in bed. Keep me busy in the hair a nice shade of grey. Should know better. Don't worry about it. What's the worst that can happen? Give him a thrill. Ooh, first birthday. So basically that means you've got to have cake, which is always good. That reminds me, I better start my birthday cake soon. Yeah, that's how bad my appetite's been. I've had a cake sitting there for 2 weeks. I think it might just about still be in date. Oh well. That's why I've lost the stone in weight. It's because I haven't been eating cake and chocolates much. Yeah, I'll say, I mean, I may be going bald, but I'm not too grey. I put that down purely to not having kids. Oh, Priscilla, how are you, my dear? Just, Anthony was saying he was upset because he had to put you on the plane again this morning. So I hope you got home all well and safe, and X-Man is all cool. Here's another. Priscilla at Swiss Aquatics, she streams, but again, it's weird times. Well, weird times for us in the UK, but yeah, bless you. I'll send in you a hug, Priscilla. 32, 3 grey hairs. Oh, geez. If I didn't keep this trim, right, let's be honest, if I get lazy and leave it all week, I look like Santa Claus because this is all white, basically. Most of the fur down here is white as well. It's only the hair on my back that stayed black. I mean, there's plenty of grey in there. Unfortunately, it's not the grey that falls out, it's the bloody dark stuff. I wouldn't mind going bald so much if it was the bloody grey hair that fell out. We can't all have a fantastic head of hair like Mr. Bob Kaler. Things you do for love. Exactly, Merritt. The things we do for love. The things we do for love. Things we do for love. Sorry. There we go. Well, at least with my singing, that's not going to register any copyright problems. Um, Bob's a sexy beast. He really is. I suppose. Tune into one of his live streams there. Also relax and chilled affairs, Lisa. Got full head of hair. Again, it's the times that are the problem. Bobby's normally around about 11 at night, I think, over here anyway. The rest of the guys from the US are usually later. So, yeah. I did used to watch quite a lot more of them live back when I used to start work early in the morning. Donny G, how you doing? Welcome aboard, sir. Good to see you. Bob's got the best perm. Oh, I can imagine Bob with a perm. That would be awesome. But when it comes to sexiest accent, that's definitely you, Priscilla. Yeah, thinning Bob. Not like I haven't got a bald patch. I've got a hairy patch. All right, I'm going to have the back and sides and this little tuft left on the top. That Swiss American accent. Oh. Marriott sounds hot as well. Good. Someone trying to get you. Or is that? I think that might just have been a Zach making noise. He's probably around. Doors open so he can come and go as he pleases. Salt and pepper or silver fox? Yeah, silver fox. Yeah, I'm definitely getting the salt and pepper. Oh, I suppose I could get the no one can tell just from Engel. But it's blatantly obvious, and I don't want to do a Rudy Giuliani. Giuliani, as heard him called many times. Yeah, see you later, Dan. Fist bumps to the human fry. Well, the ones that might appreciate it. The 1-year-old probably wouldn't. Yeah. Hey. Yeah, I still find it funny that Dan's kids think that some famous YouTubers said hello to them. Yeah. See you later, buddy. Have a good one. Don't work too hard this week. I won't. Don't get paid enough to work hard. Seriously, I don't. As I said, if I could not work, I wouldn't. Part of the reason I'm thinking about getting well, at least looking into maybe applying for the pet shop license, then that will open up new avenues as well. Teach your child how to mop the floor and fold laundry. Unfortunately, Priscilla, I think that might be your job. I'm not that I wish to appear sexist or anything. Maybe you can get Anthony to teach him. Because the way I fold laundry is I take it out of the washing machine, I hang it up to dry, then I put it on. When I say hang it up to dry, I mean like hang it over the racks in the airing cupboard or on the back of a chair, or in the case of boxes and socks, dump them on the floor. That labour paint must have been for something. It was. I'm sure it was well worth it. Quite the stream best could the other day. Probably wouldn't work if I didn't have to. Yeah, iron. Yeah, the only time I get my iron out is if I've got to do a shirt for like a job interview or something. Exactly, that's what that's meant for. I'm sure Anthony would happily fold your clothes for you and the floors. Yeah. The things we do for love. Becoming a running theme. But yeah, as I say, if I could not go to work, that would be it. Every so often, I do get around to actually putting my clothes away in the wardrobes. For a bloke, I do have an alarming amount of clothes, most of which don't fit anymore, but hey, there are many, many hundreds. Always in leggings and thermals, jeans. Yeah, exactly. I'm normally shorts and t-shirt or jeans and t-shirt. Ooh, what is the bird that's so throaty? Pass. What have I got around here at the moment? We got doves, wood pigeons. It's probably could be the jackdaws. So we've got jackdaws, crows, starlings, sparrows, blue tits, coal tits, chaffinches, goldfinches, yeah, blackie birds, as I call them. Oh, there he is. He's out. He's out. We got to have a look. Spazzy boy, spazzy boy. Yeah, there he is. Gorgeous big boy, ain't you, hey? Right, show us that big white belly. Or are you just going to go back to hiding again? No, no, he's just going to point your bum at us and then disappear, are you, hey? Yeah. Let's see who else we can see. So, there's Donkey. And Bertie. Are you pooping? No, not at the moment. First time for everything, isn't it? Hey, Bertie. Bit of carnage, but shrimpy tank. Over there is where I'm breeding whistle noses. Shelly dwellies. Biggest fake Ugg boots and the biggest hoodie. Right, so what we got here? We got baby cribs all hiding up. More Shelly dwellies again. More cribbies all hiding up. Cribbies and bristle nosies all hiding up. Cribbies and bristle nosies. Now we've got some babies on the glass. And then that last one is just baby bristle noses and Dave. Dave is hiding somewhere. Was that a glass face coffin? Where are we looking, Bob? No coffins around here. No coffins. Well, I mean, random. I mean, my packy tin's a coffin. many moons ago, I did think about getting myself a coffin to sleep in. Yes, I do still play my CDs, Priscilla. Mostly in my CD Walkman. The tapes obviously go in the tape Walkman. Yeah, I'm that old. Hang on. And you're going to want proof, aren't you? Here we go. CD Walkman. Old school tape Walkman. Yeah, I'm that old school. When was the last time anyone else saw a tape Walkman? Yeah. Weird camera focus thingy. Come on, let's blank the camera out. And it'll refocus somewhat. Yeah, so I was still got all my CDs because, CDs. Only because I haven't got any of the vinyl anymore. I did sell all that off last time I was out of work. Or was it the time before? I can't remember. But hey, I got more money selling the vinyl than I ever got off the government. Yeah, I think vinyl and VHS are the ones I got rid of. I still got the tapes because I haven't got a record player anymore, and I haven't got a VCR anymore because that went bang. At one point, it was the only clock I had, and then the clock started, and then the clock stopped working on it. Well, it worked, but it was just so bad at keeping time. And I ended up chucking it. I mean, I did completely fill my wheelie bin with VHS tapes one week. That was quite amusing. Yeah. Yeah, I hope no one went through the random VHS tapes. No, the ones that, not the pre-recorded ones. There was some interesting stuff on some of the others. I'm not entirely sure of the legality of some of it either. Right. But all that bending and stretching has made me realise I really need to go wrestle with crocodile, as it were, drain the vein. So bear with me a moment and watch pretty fishies and talk amongst yourselves. I will be back in a minute. Right, typical male. Wash your hands and dry them on the back of your jeans. Yeah, 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 making up the old mixtapes off the radio. Yeah. Oh yeah, the old yeah, the old yeah, recorded on it about 20 or 30 times, and you start seeing after images of the last thing that was recorded on the video. Yeah. Or you rent the copy of Basic Instinct from the video shop back in the day. Gets to the scene you really want to see, and it's been paused and rewound so often that that scene is just completely unwatchable. There's just nothing, it's just fuzz. I don't mean the good kind of fuzz we were wanting to see. Oh dear, Lisa's on the wine. Just don't pee yourself, Lisa. We've had that once in a live stream, we don't want it again. Don't touch alcohol. Yeah, I'll say I'm teetotal anyway, and what I'm on at the moment, I wouldn't want to touch alcohol even if I wasn't teetotal. And yeah, the top 40 from Radio Luxembourg. Oh dear. Yeah, that's going back to when there was actually decent music in the top 40 that you might want to listen to. I say that, I might. Do they still do the top 40 on the radio? I might have to actually try and listen to it one day. I might even just have to look and see what the top 40 is, see if there's any artists or bands in there I recognise. Probably not. Probably all getting nil point like the UK did in Eurovision yesterday. You know. Yeah, I figured as much. Given my usual taste in music, there might be a song in the top 40 that I don't mind. And you go, well, why are people listening to that when they could be listening to this? You stick on something like Shoemaker by Nightwish, or the Brit Award winner getting nil point. Oh, was that one? I saw some advert about that. It was a Brit Award winner, I never even heard of them, so I was like, yeah, whatever. Oh, seriously, what do we expect, right? We're not that well liked at the best of times. You know, we've got nil point many a time. That was when we hadn't decided to reject Europe. Yeah. It's like, oh, right, you've rejected Europe. Yeah, we're definitely not voting for you now. Yeah, pretty much. You know, we're getting nil point anyway, but I'll say it's been many a year since I actually watched the Eurovision. I used to stick it on in the background though, on the radio, just to listen to Ken Bruce. Ken Bruce's coverage on Radio 2 was always hilarious. He's basically constantly taking the mickey out of everybody and everything. Yeah. Yeah, 12 points, and it's usually some from Ireland. And Popmaster, yes, love it. Fuckers. Yes. Ken Bruce, best radio DJ there is. By a long shot. Probably plays the best music on the radio, to be honest. Yeah, it's between him and Steve Wright, but Steve Wright is an acquired taste. It's like Kenny Everett light. Rest in peace, Kenny Everett. And for any Americans still watching, you probably don't want to know about Kenny Everett. Tony Blackburn's 60s on Saturday morning. Yeah. I see Radio 2 is just far superior to Radio 1 once you pass the age of 16. I just prefer my music more tuneful, more complex, actually with something to say. Oh, hello, Black Cat. Yes, hello, Blackie. And which Black Cat are you? Are you the friendly one or are you the heavily pregnant one? No, you're the friendly one. Good morning. No? Okay. Just stay sitting on the fence then. You can have a treat you stick in a bit. I'm on a live stream. You wouldn't see much from here. It's sat up on the fence at the back of the garden. Never awake in time. Yeah. As I say, the thing with the CDs is I know the music I like, and it's very rare I actually discover anything new that I like. It might be a band I didn't listen to back in the day for whatever stupid reason, like Nightwish. I never used to listen to Nightwish. I was like, nah, it's not that. Yeah, whatever. Nowadays, it's awesome. Come on, how many metal bands have a flute player who looks like a geography teacher? See, techno. I never got into dance music. It never really appealed to me. I think about the only dance album, techno dance, whatever you want to call it, that I own is Fat of the Land by The Prodigy. One with Firestarter and all that kind of stuff on there. I'd say the rest of it is basically all rock and metal. A bit of 80s pop. Yes, I own Duran Duran's greatest hits. Forgotten Faces. Ah, cool. I shall have to look into that. Early 90s. I'll go back to the 80s, Lisa. Actually, one you might like, Bob, is Abandoned and Forgotten Places. This is a couple of them middle-aged American guys or older. Well, one middle-aged, one older. They explore all the old abandoned mines. Very interesting. Fake name, obviously, because no one is called Glide Coolness. But I understand why some people do that. The first record I bought, Lisa, and when I say record, I mean 7-inch single, was Adam and the Ants' Prince Charming. Yeah, that ages me, doesn't it? The last one I bought was Alice in Chains, Black Gives Way to Blue. Fortunately, I have a fantastic girlfriend who likes to buy me things that I actually like. So that's where my Nightwish collections come from. And techno scoot band in the night. You see, your mum likes Adam and the Ants, exactly. I mean, I was listening to Billy Idol yesterday, so you know, you watch early Billy Idol and you know where all the looks for movies like Lost Boys, Spike from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. You see any of those characters, and then you see Billy Idol back in the early 80s, and you go, yeah, that's where that look came from. That classic 80s vampire look is Billy Idol. And I'm not going to try and sing any of that. Maybe Eyes Without a Face, but yeah, I can just see you, Cheryl, with the bit of white tape across your nose. Yeah, Billy, he was cool. He's still going, I think, Billy Idol. I think he had a record out not long ago. When I say that, it could have been 10 years for all I know. Yeah. Paul Weller and Jam. They were cool, yeah. The Kinks. First use of heavily distorted guitars in a pop song. But yeah, that's how I sort of started. Adam and the Ants, The Cure, The Smiths. Oh yeah, Annie Lennox, Voice of an Angel. Yeah, The Cure, The Smiths. And from there, I went on to more sort of metal-y stuff. So that would have been around the grunge era. So Pearl Jam, Alice in Chains, Soundgarden, Nine Inch Nails, Machine Head, Cradle of Filth, Slipknot, Kid Rock. A whole bunch of random stuff nobody else has ever heard of. Misery Loves Co., a Swedish industrial metal band. Loved them. Pretty much stuck with that kind of stuff. Yeah, I remember all the old Britpop stuff. Some of it better than others. All of it better than Oasis. Yeah, Oasis. Three talentless nerks, a Johnny Marr wannabe, and a complete dick. Ray Muldoon. See, Bob's trying to go back to ancient stuff that we will never have heard of. He's going to start singing the Wichita Lineman in a minute. But for actually technically modern, what I do enjoy, voice play, and specifically their bass singer, Jeff Castellucci. He's done some cover versions of some really cool songs, and he's just got such an amazing voice. Goes so deep you wouldn't believe it. I mean, it does sound kind of like he's burping, but he's actually singing. Howdy, Griffin, how are you? Yeah, Midnight at the Oasis. Oh, covered by the brand new heavies in the UK, that was. Sing Your Camel to Bed. Yes, there's the proof I know the song, quoting the lyrics from it. Yeah, Bob Dylan and folk. Yeah, all cool. Yeah, always good to hear people are doing well. Bit more light at the end of the tunnel, as it were. Cambridge audio system setup. Yeah, I used to have a Onkyo one, but it went boom. Yeah, something to do with being full of dust, and yeah, it was 180 watt per channel, 7.2 amp. So yeah, 7 speakers and 2 subwoofers. That thing was loud. And it didn't go bang because I turned it up too loud either, because if I'd have turned it up to max volume, it would have probably blown the windows out of next door. There's my previous neighbours who were being gits. I did kind of rattle all their decorative plates off the wall one day with my subwoofer. That was a good use for the Prodigy. Breathe. Bass preamp when I bang it out the music. Yeah. I mean, I've not blown amps from doing that. I've blown plenty of speakers over my time. I managed to blow the speaker in a guitar amp once. That was impressively done. That really blew. It wasn't just a pop dead, it was a boom. Yes. Mind you, this is me, so is it any surprise I've blown things up? I'm capable of blowing myself up, so something electrical is not a problem. Okay, Elise, have a nice munch. Give the woofer a fuss from me. Hello, Nola Jane. How are you? The kitty peeking out the box. Yeah, just in time for the end, almost. Oh well. Nice to see you anyway, and I hope you're all well and good. It looks as though my fishes are putting themselves to bed. Does anyone else have fish that do that? They decide when it's bedtime? Enjoying your air-conditioned home. Oh, technically mine's air-conditioned at the moment. I've got the door open, which is why you can hear the birdies in the background. There's been quite a warm day. I mean, despite the fact that it did piddle it down with rain earlier. But well-timed piddle down with rain. It waited till we were on the way back to the car coming out the garden centre, so we managed to go all the way around the open-air aviation museum, all the way around the garden centre, and literally it just started spitting with rain as we came out of the garden centre. So that was good. Yes. As I say, it's always good to find a new place that sells fish, especially one that sells different ones. Different and interesting. All sorts of very interesting and brightly coloured cichlids that I would have to research very closely to see whether I've got anywhere I could put them. Glad you're here anyway. Better to have a few minutes than no minutes. It's always good to have a catch up with people. Even if it's just so you can see that I have had a haircut now. Well, I'll probably need another one again very shortly because it's growing back rather rapidly. It's like a plant. Gets to a certain size and stops growing. You trim it back and it just suddenly starts growing really fast. Just wish my beard didn't do that. Yeah. This was clean shaven this morning. By tomorrow I'll have a beard again. Fish have been a bit neglected since we've been growing all the plants. Yeah, I'll say we've only got so much time in the day to do things. You say sleep problems, anxiety problems, blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff. Share away, Bob. Share away. I'm sure people will enjoy having another stream to watch after this. Bob, you don't have to ask. You just say so and so live next and put the link. I'm not going to get upset. Dismount one small tank. Well, it means you got a quarantine tank or a fry tank if you need one now. Aquamalic, cool. So is he starting at 8? Well, starting on the hour, as it were, literally just about to start, because I don't want to steal anyone's viewers. I won't be able to watch, unfortunately, because I do need to have something to eat, and I've got bits to do. You know, things have to be done, unfortunately. As I say, there's only so much time in the day, only so much you can do, and if you're having problems with the old noggin, yeah, it's hard to do anything else. Righty-ho, thank you, Bob. Well, I say if anyone would like to, will be so kind, pop over to the link that Bob has just posted for Aquamalic. He's going live next, or just about starting now, I think. I don't know. Let's go with Sharpe says hi. If you be so kind as to pop that in the comments. And thank you everyone for turning up and watching and leaving likes and chatting, and hopefully everyone had some fun. It always feels that when you end a live stream, it always feels so sudden. But you got a flat pack desk. Oh god, rather you than me. Hate flat pack. I think I'd rather make it myself. It's easier. Yeah, Sharpe says hi. That'll do. Thank you, Bob. So thank you everyone for watching. Have a good week. Stay safe. Keep yourself healthy. Peace out. Rock on. Bye-bye. Sunday Sharpe do 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 do. Sunday Sharpe do 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 do. Sunday Sharpe do 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 do. Sunday Sharpe. For the bare necessities of mother.